Hey everybody, welcome back to Video Game Esoteric on our continuing Christmas series where I take a look at some of my favorite holiday themed games. Either sometimes they are actually holiday themed or sometimes I just make it up completely. But today we're taking a look at Deathsmiles 2, an awesome shmup by Cave that takes place in the Christmas season. If you can't tell, Evil Santa just flew by there. And I do have a giveaway on this video as well. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But before we get too far involved, do me a huge favor. Go down below, hit like, subscribe, that notification bell definitely helps us out. And if you feel so inclined and want to support the channel, I got a Patreon link down below as well. And if you can't tell already, there's going to be a little jank in this video because I am using the arcade original executable on my machine, and it is primarily used with AMD cards apparently, so there's going to be a little bit of graphical corruption, but I just felt like using the original arcade source because I can, and why not? And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving away a copy of Alice Dreams Tournament. I showed it in a video a couple weeks ago as a review, and I've saved it for a Christmas giveaway. I'll tell you how to enter in a little bit. But I've always loved Cave shmups, and so many people love them too. And while Deathsmiles 2 is not as good as the original game, and I wish that Cave hadn't gone to 3D polygons, I wish they'd stuck with those sprites, it's still a really competent, fun shmup, and of course it is 100% Christmas themed, and it's really hard to find Christmas themed games 3 years in a row, and I have no idea what I'm going to do next Christmas. I'm really running low, so if you have any suggestions for Christmas games, leave them down below. But this is just a really fun game, and of course it's not just seasonal, but it's a great shmup anytime. But here comes Rudolph, or at least who I'm assuming is Rudolph, even though he doesn't really have a red nose per se, it's more pink. But this is just classic Cave shmup. It's all the bullet hell that you know and love, and it is so rare that Cave does anything as far as horizontal shmups are concerned. 99% of their output is basically vertical or tate shmups. But you'll see Evil Santa is coming in there to mess with us, and this is not the Santa you want to meet this holiday season. He reminds me more of maybe Santa from Futurama than the actual Santa that we all know, love, and hope is visiting our house this year, but we've at least kicked him off to the next stage. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a two-part entry for Alice Dreams Tournament. The first part is you need to leave a comment down below with your favorite shmup, and there's going to be a second part of the comment that you need to leave in there as well, so listen for that in probably like a minute or so. I just do that because so many people here give away, they've never watched my channel before, and they flood in there. I want this to be for subscribers that pay attention to the channel because I'm really doing these giveaways for you guys. Now what I don't remember at Christmas is zombies. I mean, there's Hanukkah Zombie from Futurama, and I'm not sure why Futurama always pops up into my head when I think Christmas, maybe just because it's my favorite franchise of all time. But you can see here that it's not 100% Christmas themed. It's like Christmas and Halloween mixed together, almost like Nightmare Before Christmas, the Tim Burton movie. If you've somehow never watched that, 100% check it out this Christmas season. I think you'll love it. And if you don't, well, can't blame me. But all joking aside, getting back to Deathsmiles 2, because I just love talking about Christmas, this is an awesome game. Now I will say that it's probably my least favorite Cave shmup, and that's all down to the graphical style. It looks fun. It's fun how the camera moves around, even if you can see that the jank's getting hard here in the graphics. But I do wish that Cave had never transitioned to 3D polygons in this game, because they're so well known for their 2D sprite work and background layers. Seeing 3D, even though it looks like it makes sense, it's just not as good as their normal graphical style, which is a little bit disappointing. But mechanically and gameplay wise, it's going to give you the same challenge that any Cave game is known for, so that is an awesome thing. So if you just get used to the 3D style, you'll love this game. And there's more than one way to play it. You don't have to use the arcade executable like I am here. You can 100% download this game, on any live service. I think it's even on Steam, and you don't have to deal with the weird GPU issues. I just had this strange desire to go ahead and use the original arcade version for the video, just because I had it sitting around and hadn't played it in a while. But even then, with the boss fights, these patterns are just ridiculous. They get so wild, and this is a game that I'm really good at the original Deathsmiles. I just haven't played this one near as much to be able to get used to playing it. Oh, and by the way, to enter into that contest, the second part is leave a comment with your favorite shmup and your favorite Christmas cartoon. Doesn't matter what it is, that's how you enter, and you just need to be subscribed. But as good as this game looks in motion, it also sounds incredible. So go ahead and listen to the soundtrack for like 35-45 seconds, and I'll come back and talk more about why Deathsmiles 2 is the best Christmas-related shmup ever made. But enjoy. It's not often your Christmas-themed game sounds like a full-on gothic horror, but that is part and parcel of what Deathsmiles is. It has that gothic element to it, and I don't know what your Christmases are like, but mine definitely do not have bats and giant snakes. At least they never have before, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that that is not how my Christmas 2021 goes either. And man, it has been a crazy year, and we still have 2 of these Christmas videos coming up with 2 more giveaways. But getting back into Deathsmiles, it is so weird and so fun, and I know I critiqued the polygonal nature of it earlier, but I do love how the camera moves around in a 3D space. I wish that they had still used sprites for the enemies and maybe kept the actual environments 3D. I think that would have been slightly better of a look, but honestly, you can't really complain too much about it. It's still a really fun game to play, and oh, look who it is. It is Evil Santa here, and he's got those crosses and crucifixes on his body. It's a really interesting mix-up of this like gothic horror along with Halloween, along with that religious iconography. It definitely has a vibe, and it is wearing it on its sleeve. And I will say that, at least for this instance, I love the Santa boss fight. It's really fun, it's really interesting, it has multiple layers and stages to it. It really keeps you coming back for more, and to actually learn all the patterns and get through without taking too many deaths can be a really difficult experience. But of course, you want to save those bombs there to be able to clear them out. And I understand that all of these games have a deeper scoring element to them, and every time I review a shmup, someone says I'm not playing it right. And no, I'm not. I don't really care about maximizing my high score. I play shmups because I love the genre, and if I can get a 1 credit continue with training enough, that is enough for me. I get that a lot of people love doing score attacks, but when I'm reviewing a shmup, I'm not talking about the scoring mechanics so much as I am just the overall gameplay aesthetic and how it feels when I'm playing it. But you'll see here, we have Anchored Santa, and he's gotten much bigger. Maybe that means he can bring bigger toys to you this Christmas. I don't know. But I do love how the game changes. It's almost like these bullets are snowflakes slowly descending from the sky. And you'll see that it gets really, really hard to miss them all because they start moving in ways that normally bullets don't move in shmups. Cave loves using these geometric patterns, but when these come down and they're spaced out and they don't quite move in the same way that you would expect, it actually throws your mind for a loop. Because dealing with these geometric patterns, at least to me, is much easier, minus the death there, than dealing with those other patterns. Because I can kind of squeak through here. I haven't played this game in a while, probably like 6 or 8 months, but I still have enough muscle memory to get through different elements of it. But yeah, if you want to enter that contest, just leave that comment down below. Tell me what your favorite shmup is, and tell me what your favorite Christmas cartoon is, and you were entered. It's for subscribers. It's good for anywhere in the world. The only thing I don't do is cover import fees if you owe them, but shipping is on me, so go ahead and enter. And it's just kind of my fun way to do something fun at Christmas. I love making people happy. I love giving gifts away to my family, to my friends, and even to my subscribers. But this is the last Christmas episode before Christmas proper on the 25th, so I want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate the holiday, I hope you had a happy Hanukkah, or I hope you just have a great end of your year. Hope it's filled with parties and cake, and well, maybe not dressed up as a Christmas tree. That seems kind of uncomfortable, but Cave Games always love putting weird images at the end. Do me a huge favor, go down below, hit like, subscribe, and if you're busy during the holiday, I don't see you, have a happy New Year as well. But from my family to yours, thanks so much for watching, guys. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.